Hello everyone, it's Michael from Replica Airguns, and today we're doing a little bit of a different video for you. I get a lot of questions about blank guns and how lethal they can be, and what I mean by lethal is people ask me, are they dangerous? What if I shot them at somebody? What if I shot a blank gun at somebody, say from 10 feet away versus up close? A lot of questions like that. Now this video is just for informational use. I make no promises about what blanks can or cannot do. I'm just giving you my opinion on them. I would personally never shoot a blank gun directly at somebody. If I was doing some sort of scene where I needed to shoot and make it look like I was shooting at somebody, I would set the cameras up in such a way that I wasn't actually directly shooting at them. I guess my fear would be that maybe there's something lodged in the barrel, or maybe something might break loose. Even if it's a small particle, if that particle were to hit somebody in the eye, I wouldn't want to be the one responsible for injuring that person. Now, there is documented facts online about blank guns causing very serious injuries to people, specifically when shot at point blank range. So essentially a blank has about the same amount of energy as a real bullet, depending on the size of that caliber of round, and not the bullet itself, but the charge or the gunpowder that's inside of the actual cartridge. There's about the same amount. Now if we're looking at a .380 size blank like this one here, it's quite large, and so you can put more gunpowder in it versus a .22 caliber crimped. So today I'm going to actually use both of these rounds. We're going to fire them at a couple objects here. We've got an apple and an orange. I'm going to first start off with the .22 caliber and then shoot the .380 caliber, so you can see what kind of damage both of these rounds can do at point blank range. And as I was saying, there is evidence that blank guns can do very serious injury and even cause death at close range because of the significant amount of energy within the cartridge itself. Now with a real bullet, that bullet will travel through the air, go a long distance, retain that energy. With a blank gun, that energy dissipates within a few feet. So theoretically, they're not really going to be lethal within a few feet. But if you put the blank gun right up to some object and fire it, that energy has nowhere but to go into the object itself. And that is where the damage can be caused. Now, I don't want to get into a political thing here where people are going to say, well, if blank guns are so dangerous, why are they being sold? Well, there's a lot of things being sold today that are dangerous and that maybe some people might find aren't necessary. Why do you need motorcycles and quads and off-road vehicles? They don't really serve any purpose. They don't get you to work and back. They're just for fun. People die on those all the time. Are we going to take those away from people? Blank guns do serve a purpose, in my opinion. Number one, they are signaling devices. You can either shoot blanks to ward off potential threats. That threat may be human or animal. Many blank guns can shoot flares into the air and signal your location. Blank guns can be used for training aids, to help someone train them with a real gun. They can be used for dog training, obviously in movies and film. There's a lot of reasons there why I feel blank guns should be sold. Alright, so let's get into the testing here. We're going to be recording this in a couple different resolutions and frames per second, so I'm going to get my other cameras going. We're going to start with the .22 caliber because it's not going to do quite as much damage and make quite as much mess. So I'm going to get my other cameras going here. Alright, without further ado, we're going to get right into this. I am going to be shooting the apple and the orange with my .22 caliber. Let's see what happens here. Alright, I did shoot this once before, but one camera wasn't rolling, so here's the new shot. There we go. Wouldn't want that shooting my skin, but nothing really serious there. Not too bad. Now with the orange, a little bit less damage, nothing too serious, but again, I wouldn't want that hitting my skin. Okay, I'm going to use the same apple and orange. They're not that damaged. We'll just put them there. Let's see what a .380 can do. Alright, so this is going to get a little messy, I'm sure. Here goes. Wow. Let's do another one here. I want to see if my lenses are covered. I got to do a little lens cleaning here first, so let me clean up these lenses and start over. Okay, that was a real mess. I had to do a lot of cleaning. My cameras are covered in gunk, and we're going to do this again. This is probably going to be just as messy. Alright, hopefully I can get these cameras cleaned up afterwards. Even my gun's just covered in goop. Anyways, 380, orange. Alright, so let's take a look at the apple. And you can see right down inside, gunpowder residue all over the place. I got smoke going everywhere here. You can see on this orange, it's just damaged right inside. I would not want to shoot that at a person at close range. I'm dripping everywhere here. I've got fluid on my lens again. And so I hope that kind of gives you an idea of what kind of damage a blank gun can do to object like an orange. Now this is a very thick-skinned orange. You can see how thick the skin is on it. I purposely picked a thick-skin orange. A lot of damage. Do not point blank guns at people, especially at close range. If you're going to be doing any sort of movie scenes or reenactments, please try to avoid shooting it directly at that person too. If you can, shoot off to the side just in case something were to come out of that barrel. I would not want to be responsible for injuring somebody. So again, blank guns are not toys. Respect them. And please do not use one irresponsibly. For those that plan to do crazy things with blank guns in any way, shape, or form, you're ruining it for the rest of us who enjoy collecting and using blank guns as they were intended. So thanks again for watching another Replica Airguns video. Until next time, take care.